Hey guys, this is Corey and
Mason?
Blake, and we just wanted to kind of make a video going tank by tank of what we have in the house and explaining the purpose of the tanks and kind of letting you know where we got them from. So,
And hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe.
yeah. And we have our YouTube channel, which is
Fin Fanatics.
Fin Fanatics is what they wanted to be. So, this is in Mason's room. This is a grow out tank for the Super Red Empresses. We try to move them into 40 gallon to kind of grow out and get some weight on them. Typically, the fish stores want to see them about 2 inches before we get them out or send them out or, mail them. But we also have, which you guys, I don't know if you guys can see this guy back here, but we have a Jaguar cichlid. Let's see here, turn around. You can see, there he is. He's in the back there. He's probably tripled in size since we got him. We got him over at what? It was Fish Guys in Toledo. But yeah, these are they're right about the age where you can start making a educated guess on if they're male or female. The reason you can tell is the males at this point will on their dorsal fin, so that back fin towards their tail on the bottom, the males will get pointy and longer, and the females will be more rounded. And some of the males at this age on these guys will start getting little brighter red fins on top.
And bottom.
Yeah, and then eventually, like I said, they'll all. But that's this tank right here. I just wanted to kind of show you that. Now we're gonna head downstairs, talk to you about our one of our main show tanks here. So we're gonna head down. All right, so this is in our family room here, and this is, like I said, and I apologize, we just fed these guys and they're doing a water change, so it gets messy in here, but yeah, we're going to be doing a water change here yet this evening. So want to kind of talk to you about it. I'm going to kind of point out some fish we got in here. So first these are some fish we got, a few weeks, I would say a month ago.
From a month to today.
Yeah, a month ago, from Fred over at Vegas Valley Cichlids. We got this lemon jake. It's awesome. He's about 4 or 5 inches. I don't know if you get lower, you can kind of see the coloring on him. And then we got this tangerine tiger. Okay. And we got this Eureka red. His fins got a little beat up, got in the tank, but they're kind of coming back. He's kind of getting accepted in the tank. And that's it in this tank, right, guys?
Yep, from there.
All right, and then the other fish we got in here is from Hamdini Cichlids, Britt, Indiana. We got these from her. This is a platinum. That one there is it's a platinum OB. This is a platinum blueberry OB, and another OB we got from her. I don't think the video even does it justice how pretty these fish are. Highly recommend her. And the fish, I mean, I've never really been into OBs until I really started kind of checking out what's out there and seeing what she was breeding and stuff. I got these guys on her auction. And then we have obviously we just got this guy here today. Actually, we went out to Wet Pets and Pails and met David, and this guy is an Anatonia, I believe was what they call it. I still got to do a lot of research on this guy. His head will he'll color up blue, kind of fade back. He was in the tank with another male and a couple females, and David took the male out, put it in his big show tank, because he was beating up everybody. And so he's just starting to color up. He's going to be big. He's going to be probably 12, 13 inches. Big guy. Right now he's what? Yeah, if you had to guess, 6?
7.
Yeah. And then we got our tank boss, our Red Empress.
One of our oldest.
Yeah, we got him from Fin and Things in Woodville, Ohio. He's ton of spawns. We have our Flametail. It's gorgeous. And then we have our high top Luanda. We got him from Tampa Bay Cichlids. He is my favorite peacock. I mean, if you really look at when the light hits him, his blues and his yellows, oh, it's gorgeous. And then we have this guy, we call him Volcano. He's hilarious. He fights with everybody, loses every fight. We got him at Fin and Things. He's super rare. If you want to look up a cool story, Google Deep Bloody Walker, right? Deep Bloody Walker.
Yeah.
And you'll learn all about him. He's super rare. Not many in the hobby. When he colors up right now, he will get purples and see, once again, what I tell you, fight with somebody. He's going to lose this fight all the time. I mean, he never gives up. He's got heart. But, and then we got our Green Terror. He's he's a gentle giant, honest to God. I don't think we haven't completely sexed him, but I'm pretty sure we've gone back and forth if it's a male or female. Regardless, he's an awesome fish. Wouldn't train him for the world. And then we have our Yellow Blaze.
That I got from Fins and Things.
Fins and Things, he's gorgeous. And then one of my favorite fish is, I want to see if we can come around here and see this. Our Iceberg Ali. Look at the coloring in him. I mean, when the light hits him, it almost looks like dragon skin. It looks fake. It really does. I mean, when he gets into the light, how blue and iridescent he is with that white on top, it's really cool.
And then one of our last surviving Rabuna.
Yeah, this is our last surviving Rabuna, and I want to apologize with all this fish food in the bottom. I kind of overdid a little bit because I knew I was going to be cleaning this tank out. But yeah, this guy right here, he's supposed to be a red top, but I can't match it up to what I got. Anything else you guys want to say about these guys? Oh, we almost forgot here. I don't know why he's hiding. Taiwan Reef up here. We got him, one of our first fish. A place out in California, we got him. He's kind of grown up, and obviously, I don't know, some of you guys might know a lot about fish, but some of you might not, especially with these cichlids. You're going to have your dominant males are going to color up. So let's say I take, let's just say I take Tangerine Tiger out, okay? So I take this guy out. This guy is going to get gorgeous. He's going to get blues and stuff. So they kind of did not get picked on, and he's very similar to the tank boss. So he will kind of keep his colors dull. And then if I was to take him out, put him in another tank, just like the Taiwan Reef or whatever, he's going to color up and it's going to be like a completely different fish. It's just the way it works out. But yeah, that is our room show tank. Now we're going to bring you down to the fish room, the heart and soul of the operation. So follow us down here. Bear with us here. We got the lights kind of off and just the tank lights on. So that way we can kind of, there's no glare on the glass. So, first tank we're going to show you here is our InWall 55. We are housing currently just your regular pleco. He's up top here. He's in the wood. I don't know. Oh, there he is. He came. There's our flower horn. Let's see if we can get a good. He likes to hide, so that's why Mason's kind of got the light out. Let's see if we can get a good look at him. me see here. He's gorgeous when he comes out. He just doesn't, he's not, there you go. You can see him. And then you can see the tail of her. He's probably 11, 12 inch pleco there. Nothing crazy. And then we have a Chinese algae eater in here who's just a jerk. I don't even know where he is. He's hiding somewhere. Nothing special there.
But the flower horn and him have fights all day.
Oh, all day long. And then I'm going to move you guys over to, I'm going to show you this. I have the light off for the purpose of, you know, this thing. But we have our brine shrimp hatchery here. So every day we go ahead and put in these eggs, okay? So these eggs, if you can see here, okay? These are brine shrimp eggs. And we put these in a high salt water, and we keep the heat from this light, and we hatch the eggs, and these eggs then become live baby brine shrimp. And we feed these to a lot of our fish, and you know, we have a pretty good system here. You know, these are just going here. I got an air line in here, and then I just take this hose, open it up, pour it in here, and then take this to the different tanks to feed the fish. And then also here we have the desk. This is where all the shipping's done. We got our sealer, shipping bags, and everything like that to ship out the fish, as well as you can see here, we have our shipping boxes and stuff like that up there. But I guess that's kind of that. I'm going to turn this light off for the sake of this video. But I'm going to let Blake kind of tell you about this tank and what we got here. So tell me a little bit about this fish, Blake, up here in the corner here, okay? Why don't you tell me a little bit about that fish?
So,
How did we come about this guy?
So we went to a little koi by our house, and we used the cast net and we caught him. So then we bought him and put him in my tank.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing he would eat for a while was bloodworms, and then he started eating what is it?
Some pellets and some krill.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of got him off the 100% bloodworm by himself. You know, he was wild caught, so we got him off the bloodworms and completely. Still enjoys them, and then that. And then we also got this guy over here. Of course he's gonna hide right now. It's yeah, maybe give him a little flashlight, see if we can kind of get him out of there. He's back there. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's down there. You can kind of see him. I'm gonna see if he can. It looks like he's gonna be coming out right now. All right. So this is our peacock bass. Obviously, he's gonna be huge. And his coloring is getting really cool right now. But yeah, that is our peacock bass we got going on in this tank. So right now, largemouth bass, peacock bass in this tank. It's a 55. Pretty fun story about this tank. We were at a swap meet last weekend, and this kid came up to me and was like, "Hey, sir, would you be interested in finding or buying a 55 gallon for $5?" I said, "Sure." You know, just thinking, I guess I'll have to figure out where the leak is for $5. Brought it home, we cleaned it up, put water in it, and it's completely great. For $5, a 55 gallon, can't beat that. Already have, you know, majority of the stuff in our fish room here. So really, 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 really easy add, and gives us some grow out room for a couple of these guys. We're gonna be moving over the arowana in this tank here. But we kind of want to do it slowly, because as you see, it says pretty big waste load with the amount of food they eat. All right, so now that brings us over to the fish room. Obviously in any fish room, it's essential dehumidifier. This runs 24/7. I've been trying to get around to running a straight line into the sump just to run it out, but for right now, twice a day, empty this out, and it keeps our temperature, our Humidity in the room, as you can see, at a solid 32, you know, so typically, you know, 32 degrees, and then we run the fish room about 77 to 79. I'm going to have Mason talk a little bit about this tank. But before we do that, let's just talk about these guys here. This is pretty cool. So obviously in the fish room, I was trying to figure out a way to decorate some of the walls. And I'm like, well, why not decorate the walls in the fish room with a fish tank? So found these guys online. It's really cool. We have a dragon betta. As you can see, he's pretty darn cool. Let me try to focus in on him. There you go. So he is in here right now. The main source of filtration is these pothos plants. Yep. And then we have down here another betta there. So, and then I got these online, battery operated and on a controller, so I can actually set them on a timer. Super cool. We're gonna try and talk more about like a lot of these minor details that we found that are super cool, where we got them, how we like them. But for right now, I just kind of wanted to give you a lowdown on here. And as far as I'm concerned, pretty sweet looking. I mean, you know, you got my chair here, kind of, and you know, that wall, pretty modern looking. Moving you over to this tank, I guess we're bringing you in on a little more action than we thought we were tonight. We have some koi angels right now.
We have a koi angel and a golden angel laying eggs on
the plant. Are actually laying eggs right now. I'm gonna zoom in on here and see if you guys can see this. I'm actually wondering what the heck we're doing, but yeah, I mean, they are actually spawning right now. So what happens is the female will go and lay the eggs, male will go back on top and fertilize the eggs, and then we haven't gotten farther than that, to be honest with us. Our friend John Schul got us over some of these koi angels, and we haven't had much experience with egg layers yet, so we're kind of getting into that. We've kind of got down the mouth breeders and the cichlids, but this is kind of another challenge we have. So we talked to our buddy John, who has a lot of experience in it, and he gave us some good tips. So we're going to give that a shot, and we're going to kind of go over that video. But we wanted to kind of talk about what we got going in here. So I'm going to have Mason talk about this, and I'll chime in on some stuff. But as he talks, I'll kind of pan in on the fish. So go ahead, Mason. Let us know what you got.
As you see, we have our angels in here,
okay,
which are laying right now. And then on the left side of the tank, we have two more angels.
Yep. So these guys have actually paired off into two pairs. So we have these angels over here, all right, and then we have obviously these two over here that are laying. And then what was nice is last weekend at the fish swap, we were able to convert a lot of our tanks over from fake plants to real plants just because of the benefits of it. And so we, you know, a lot of this stuff is all real plants. We're trying to get a carpet here of dwarf hair grass. We got
hornswort.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep going, Mason. What do we got here?
And then we have our black skirt tetras.
These guys right here.
And then we have the albino.
Nah, I don't know if these are albino as much as they're white, but yeah, I know where you're going with those. Okay. And then we actually got these. These are really cool. I've never seen these before. And it's not because they're super rare, but I just never. Is these neon dwarf rainbows. So I'm going to try and get a good view of these guys.
They're super pretty.
Yeah, I mean, the blue, when it hits the light, is something else. We got this from the cutest couple that breed these guys. And there you go. You can kind of see that blue. If it just hits the light right, and they're in there, there you go. You're starting to see that blue. I mean, they're neon, like a neon tetra, but the whole side of them is like a neon tetra. They're cool. And then what else we got going on here? What are these guys?
Australian rainbows.
Yeah.
And then we got one Paswan.
This is that neon. You can see that guy? Yeah, and then we have one basmati female. We got a ton of these, and we had something going on in the tank. We lost, I don't know, 10, 15 of them. And then we got a tiger barb. And then
that's funny. Oh no.
And then
discus.
Yeah, so we started kind of getting a discus. So we got these discus over from Fin and Things in Woodville, Ohio. Here's one. Right.
Oh, there's one right there under the driftwood.
Another one. And there's a decent sized one that's really colored up. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, he's back there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this guy. Let's see if we can get you a shot of him. He's right back there. He's hiding. We found discus are not easy. Let's just put it that way. The pH, the parameters, constantly getting prime in there to kind of even out everything. And then also we got some ghost shrimp from David at Wet Pets and Pals. You can see these guys here.
And this one right here has eggs.
Yeah.
She's carrying those little yellow things. She keeps swishing them around to make sure there's no gunk on them.
Yeah, if you guys can see that, they're kind of all across the bottom here in the substrate. Pretty sweet. Just kind of doing their thing, cleaning. Okay, so that kind of covers, right?
Yep.
In detail, that tank. We have to keep an eye on, obviously, this going on here and figure out what we're going to do here tonight on that. But as we go down, this is our one of our grow out tanks for our cichlids we have. So we have right now, we got this from David today. This is a deep water hap. He's already coloring up. I'm going to try and get a different angle on him. He's awesome. So he's kind of just getting used to this tank. We got our Chinese algae eater up here. These guys are jerks. We have our Frontosa, our two dolphin cichlids. We have our Rostratus. Okay. We have we have three Frontosas in here growing out. We have our Jack Dempsey who's sulking right here. Okay. We have another Texas cichlid that we got today from David at Wet Pets. But he is just obviously being in the new tank. We got a lot of different caves and stuff for these guys to go into. So I'm just thinking he is hanging out and just trying to be low key.
And then we have our Paratilapia Starry Night cichlid.
So this is one of my favorite fishes at all. So we have a Paratilapia pollini.
It's hard to see him.
Yeah, he decides he's not going to come out for this video. This is what the guy looks like. I don't know if you can see that on the video. So we try to make tags and for all the fish in each of these tanks that we have, just so we can obviously learn about them, but also as people come over and like, what's that? It's kind of, just a learning experience for people. But here is our freshwater starlight spiny eel. Okay, let's get here.
Very active.
Yeah, as far as an eel is concerned, he is out all the time. He doesn't just hide. He's a fun eel though. I am actually super impressed with him. We got him from our order. I wish I could remember the place we ordered. It was out of California, and I was happy with the order. We got a lot of good stuff from them. But yeah, this is our starlight spiny eel. Okay, now we're gonna move over to our Neal Lamppo. I always screw up the name on this. They're similus. They're shell dwellers. It's Neal whatever. Similus Neal and I can't say it. But these guys are awesome. So these are all escargot shells, and they spread them out, and they have slowly made this their home in different spots. So I'm gonna kind of go along the bottom here and just kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. And you can kind of see them diving in. We've had them, we got them from Fred at Vegas Valley Cichlids. Once again, I cannot say enough good things about him. He cares what he does, and what he gets is quality stuff. So he imports a lot of quality fish. But yeah, these guys, affectionately known as Shellies in the hobby. So what they do is they actually, the males are just a little bit bigger than the female. So like right here, you got a female. Let me try to focus in a little bit. So you got a female right here, and then if you go over here, here's a male. So female, male. And so the female will find a shell. She'll go in there, and he'll dive over there, fertilize the babies, and dive out, and then she'll kind of sit on the shells. From what I understand, I haven't had it happen yet. They're showing signs, going in and out of each other's shells and stuff. I've kind of just left this tank alone to kind of see what happens. I'm new to the Shellies, and we're just learning. My daughter Avery, this is what she wanted to have when I asked her what she wanted to, and I've fell in love with these guys. They're awesome. I mean, just really cool to watch. You can just put, slide up here and really just kind of look at these guys and watch them. Just the colony kind of go to town. They'll pick up these shells, move them, they'll start burying them a little bit to kind of keep them in place. They'll take another one, they'll fight over the shells. It's really cool. So
that used to be our old flower horn tank.
Yeah, that was the old flower horn tank that we moved him up, and we got an algae eater right here. And then this is kind of Mason's experiment. He wanted to do a few little plants here and just see what would grow and what they wouldn't eat and what they would eat, since we don't have a lot of experience. Yeah, so we got that going on, and then we got the next tank here. This is our Bangla Sunshine breeder tank. Let me try to get in on him. So there is our breeder male. When he gets out in this light, he is beautiful. But I got him, and then I got some females here in the tank with him. And then we got, as far as, let me see if Mason can turn on a light here. We have a, let's see here. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. We're gonna try their best. You can kind of see his tail. Okay, right there. He is on. See the dad there. So dad, bristlenose pleco, will clean out these caves, and then the female comes in, lays the eggs, and then he comes in, fertilizes the eggs, and then he sits on them and fans these eggs. And there's tons of them in there. And that's what he's doing right now. He is fanning the eggs, keeping the debris off it, and these will all be plecos. So we got that going. Oops, sorry. Let me try to fix this. The camera just went nuts. So hold on. There we go. All right. And then we have, this is all the I just pulled these out on Wednesday. These are the Bangla Sunshine eggs right here. And we try to use the cis tumblers. They're the best. I mean, it's a little complicated how it's the setup, more than just your normal egg tumbler, but I mean it's kind of set and forget it. You don't have to adjust it. Oh, there he is. He's kind of out there now. That's the big daddy. All right. So I'm gonna move up here and let Mason kind of explain, and Blake explain. Blake, why don't you go ahead and tell us about, what do you want to talk to us about in this tank here? We got a little bit of everything in this tank, believe it or not.
This is probably one of my favorites. So, this was the first batch of babies of Super Red.
Yeah, so this is one of our first batches of the Super Red. So this is one of our males that is starting to color up. And as you can see, let me try to get in on him. He's always moving. There you go. Let me see. There you go. He's starting to color up. So Yeah, that's like, I mean, let me try to get out here a little bit and see if we can see him moving around. There you go. All right, so he's starting coloring up. And then we got some females in here, super reds. And then what do we got here, mate, Blake?
Fossil.
No, Restratus. So this is the second one we've got, and this is supposedly going to be a male. So we're hoping it's going to be a male with that female that we have down there in the other tank. And then what else do we got here?
These are the ones we got from Fin and things.
Yeah, these are some gold Severums. They're huge. I mean, these guys, and they got personality.
And they're a breeding pair.
They're a breeding pair. So these guys are paired off here. Let me try to get a good picture. There you go. So here's they're our breeding pair. And then also these two
Then we have another
are a breeding pair. This guy is a green Severum. When he's ready to go, his colorings, he'll get his bottom fin will get real red. His eyes, the green colors will come out. Right now, he's just chilling. And then we got some juvenile green Severums growing out.
No, gold Severum.
Gold Severum, sorry. And then a Venistus and the German strain Ruby Red. Or Eureka Red. Yep, German strain Eureka Red. Maybe in 10 years he'll probably be the size that we can put him in a tank to show him. I mean, they just grow so slow, and that's why I guess goes into the cost of them, just because they take so long to grow out and sell. But yeah, he's in there. Yeah, and then the Venistus. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of just, we use this, the Severums don't mess with them, so we use this for like a middle-sized grow out for some of our cichlids that we are trying to either put in one of our show tanks or get it big enough to sell to somebody. Okay, so that is our Severum tank. Now we're gonna move over to, what do we got here, Blake?
Bangla Sunshine.
Bangla Sunshines. So Bangla Sunshine, these guys right now are about an inch and a half. So we're trying to get these guys to be about 2 inches. And kind of really know if they're boys or females, men or guys or females, so we know what's going on. But yeah, these guys are super cool. So these guys, babies of this guy. Okay, now I'm gonna let Mason talk about this. He's super excited about this. We went out to Wet Pets, and I can't say enough good things about that store. David, super nice guy. Took the time to talk to Mason, made him a deal on these fish because he wanted to breed these fish. What did he tell you?
The deal is either I play wrestling for a season or I bring back some of the fish, and I chose bring some.
He wasn't into the wrestling, so he gave him a good deal. Let's just keep it at that. He gave him a great deal that he couldn't resist on buying out his entire tank of guppies. So we got all kinds of different guppies in here, and we're kind of new to the guppies, so we're going to learn the names of a lot of these. I think there's, what, Mace, 2 or 3 of them holding?
Not holding, but
yeah, okay, yeah, we're going to get used to that. They're not holding, they're pregnant, and they're live bearers, so hence this is why we kind of got all these plants in here right now on top, kind of give cover to the babies if they're born before we can kind of get this planted and all that. But as you can see, I'm going to kind of pan out on this tank. They're kind of all over everywhere. Let me see.
There's tons of different vibrant blues, yellows, oranges, reds, whites, blacks, all different colors in here.
Yeah, pretty cool tank. I'm impressed. He did a good job. He was adamant about what he wanted. He's done his research on what needs to be done. So he's going to be kind of getting that stuff taken care of to make sure that they breed well for him. Anything else you want to add on that tank?
Oh yeah, we're going to add some cherry shrimp eventually to this tank.
Yep. Some cherry shrimp, some blue shrimp, you said, and some stuff. So we were kind of excited to just kind of do a little more with that. And then if you go down here, old man, we have, this is a grow out tank of
Bangla Sunshine.
Bangla Sunshines. Some more. As well as with a few Bangla Sunshines in here. We were at the fish swap last weekend. We bagged up a bunch of fish. Little miscommunication when we brought the tanks back. So there was some Banglas.
And about every other tank that we brought.
Right. But, you know, we'll pick them out. But, yeah, we got star sapphires growing out in here. And then we're really excited about this. We have a breeding, you can see it. Can you see those? There you go. So we have pleco tube cave full of super red bristlenose plecos. These are super cool. Pretty high demand in the hobby. They don't get very big in color, and so yeah, they were just born this last Thursday. So Dad's gonna start letting them come out of the cave. But for right now, yeah, that's what we got going on there. All right, so we're gonna bring over to Blake's group of. Why don't you go ahead, Blake, and let us know what's going on here in your tank.
So this is star sapphires. So here we have 2 boys. 3 girls.
So how can you tell which ones are the boys?
They are all blue.
And what do they start getting as they start getting older?
Chips.
And what are the chips? As you can see here. Yeah. So they start getting these white
and gray chips.
Yeah. So these guys, as you can see, let's try to see here. Where'd the other guy go? He's gonna hide. They never hide. But yeah, he's starting to get some chips on his shoulder.
Get chips too. And
yeah, what's cool?
Really bluish purplish color too.
As you can see, the females. What's cool about this breed that we really like is the females aren't dull. You see them in the light, they're starting to get the chips, and they're like a purplish blue. They look really cool. And then then the males. You can see these little white dots. Those are the chips that they're gonna get. And we have another breeding pair, bristlenose plecos. And then up here, we have the tanks. So these guys we showed you what was in the egg tumbler. So they go from the egg tumbler to the breeder boxes to the grow outs. So we have a clutch of here, and then we have another one here of even smaller. Let's see if we can just focus on these guys a little bit. There you go. Smaller, and then a little bit bigger, and then
we have an arowana in the tank.
Yeah, and then yeah, you can't forget about him. We have a silver arowana, my favorite fish, in the tank. He is in the tank right now. Like I said, he's going to be moving over to the predator tank with the peacock bass and largemouth bass, but he's doing well right now. I just haven't had a great ton of luck with arowanas. So if he's doing well right now, I'm going to let him get a little bit bigger before I decide to move him. And for me, that works. You know, and then yeah, one of the fish that it's amazing to me how just the plain Jane, in fact, most people call it defective fish, becomes one of our family's favorite fish. I'm going to introduce you guys to Wiggles. This guy, born without a tail, has never let this stop him. I put him in here and he was a speck. Should have been eaten. Didn't let it happen. Everyone else got eaten with tails. Her. Didn't let it happen. It's fine, I don't got corona. She's been in here, used the rocks to her advantage, figured out a way to propel herself through water, and now she's thriving. She's been in here with these guys, and it's Wiggles. You're gonna get t-shirts made of Wiggles. I think every fish room should have a mascot that, you know, I don't know, everything was against this girl, and no tail, nothing. And look at her. She's in fact, she's probably, I would get close to saying she's the boss of the tank. So Wiggles is her name, and she is our fish room mascot. Anything else you guys want to say about Wiggles? Look at her. Look at her. Just Wiggles is. We say Wiggles is the man, even though it's a girl. But she'll chase the arowana around. If she doesn't like what's going on, she'll chase the star sapphires around. The whole 9 yards. Obviously, to have a fish room like this, it's not cheap and it takes a lot. So, as you see, all kinds of food, buffers, you know, for the shellies, Lake Tanganyika fish. You know, you got to have the pH right. You got a fish that you bring in. We got to quarantine them. A lot of the times, you know, sometimes they don't. It depends on the person I'm buying from. Honest to God, if I quarantine or not. Sometimes it's bit me in the butt before and regretted it, and then I got to treat the whole tank, which a lot of times is better to just treat the food in the tank that you're giving them, so you don't have to treat the whole tank. But that's another story, another time. But yeah, I mean, the Focus, Metroplex, fungus testing, filters. I buy fish food in the pounds now. Extra pleco tanks, poly filters to put in the bags for shipping, just to absorb. You got Prime. Prime is life. I mean, pretty much I go through a bottle of this a week. In a lot of cases, Flourish. We don't run CO2 in our planted tanks, so this comes in handy to get it clarity. Kind of, I don't know. I use that a lot, and I kind of got away from it. I now use a polisher, a power head. That I got a filter that I put filter floss in, and I think that does a better job. Garlic Guard, obviously put in the fish food. They don't like taste of medicine. Tranquil, when shipping fish, put that in there, calms them down. And love this stuff. Fritz Glass Aquarium Cleaner and ICX is a must. Those are your staples. And then, you know, do a lot of the cichlid pellets, omega-1. Obviously the veggies, plecos. Love the extreme aquatic foods there, and the big guy. This is something I got onto lately, and this is what I feed my arowana, peacock bass, all that. It replicates bloodworms. If they're on the bloodworms and that's all you can feed them, they seem like that's all they're eating. This is how I was able to get a lot of them off, as well as my Severums and all these guys. They love the dried krill. Put it in there, hydrates it, gets up. Was using a lot of this fry starter before I started doing my own brine shrimp. Much better. And so forth. So I got these. I heard a lot about these bug bites. My guys don't really care about it. I think it's really what you use. I think it's all good, you know, for the majority of the time. It's all good stuff. Haven't had an issue. But anything else you guys want to add to the fish room? Obviously we can get into a lot of stuff as far as, you know, our airlines that we're using, that we're running throughout the house. I'll have other stuff, but that's time for another video. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, but thanks for watching this video.
Yeah, yeah, please subscribe. We can bring some more videos. We are by no means experts. We just love what we're doing. We're having fun doing it as a family. And we're making money doing it just to kind of support what we're doing and so forth. We are not getting rich by any means by doing this. This is just fun. So appreciate your time. You got any comments, questions, hit us up. Blake will have an answer for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake's the man. He's got the answers. And we'll kind of go from there. So thanks for your time. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.